According to Space Weather Live, which tracks solar activity, the sun has erupted every day in the month of February, with some days producing multiple flares. This would include 3 M-class flares on the 12th, 14th, and 15th of this month, as well as 5 M-class flares in the month of January. The remaining flares that occurred in February have been of the less powerful C-class category. The plasma ejecta from a solar eruption would normally take a few days to reach Earth, as was the case when a rather mild geomagnetic storm knocked out 40 newly launched Starlink satellites from their low Earth orbit. The event was produced by an M-class flare that was ejected from the Sun's surface on January the 29th. The number of Starlink satellites being placed into orbit have become a genuine concern for space experts. There are presently over 9,300 tons of space objects orbiting the Earth, including an inoperative satellite and spent rocket stations. These objects have increased the overall brightness of the night sky by more than 10%, rendering large portions of the Earth light blue. This is the most dynamic time as the sun ramps up activity towards and during solar maximum. On February 12th, there were 2 spectacular flares from the sun's southern region.
While the Bible is full of ambiguity with some of its characters, there is perhaps no one more ambiguous than the archangel known as Michael. Yet despite his minuscule presence in the Bible, Archangel Michael has cultivated a massive devotion from not only those from the Christian faith, but also the Jewish and Islamic faiths as well, given that Archangel Michael appears across all 3 religious texts in some capacity.
Michael of the morning. Before I left home for Korea, you urged me to remember this prayer before any confrontation with him, but you really didn't have to remind me.
We primarily focus on Michael's presence in the Bible, as this is a
I looked to see when told to move forward.
But I will be touching on stories and legends originating from both Jewish and Islamic texts to give you
I was
an advice
walking
that help
along,
you more complete
I perceived another fellow walking beside me, and I looked to see who it was. It was a big fellow, a Marine about 6'4", built proportionally. Funny, but I didn't know it, and I thought, isn't it? Then I chuckled, because suddenly it seemed absurd to talk about the weather when we were advancing to meet the enemy. He chuckled too, softly. I thought I knew everyone in my outfit, but I've never seen you before, I continued.
No, I've just joined. My name is Michael.
Really? That's mine too.
I know. Michael. Michael of the morning.
Mom, I was really surprised that he knew about my prayer. But I had taught it to many of the other guys, so I suppose that the newcomer must have...
There's going to be trouble ahead.
I wondered how he could know that. I was breathing hard from the march, and my breath hit the cold air like dense clouds of fog. Michael seemed to be in top shape because I couldn't see his breath at all. Just then, it started to snow heavily, and soon it was so dense I could no longer hear or see the rest of my unit. I got a little scared and yelled, "Michael!" Then I felt a strong hand on my shoulder and heard his voice in my ear.
It's going to clear up soon.
It did clear up. Or so I thought at the time. Bullets were spurting all over the place. Mom, there was just no way those commies could have missed at that short distance. I jumped up to pull them down, and then I was hit. Someone was laying me down. Strong arms were holding me and laying me gently on the snow. I opened my eyes, and the sun blazed in them. Michael was standing still, and there was...
Michael who?
Michael, the big Marine walking with me, right up to the last moment. I saw him there as I fell.
Son, you're the only Michael in my unit. I handpicked all you fellas, and there's only one Michael. You. And son, you weren't walking with anyone. I was watching you because you were far off from us and I was worried. Now tell me, son, how did you do it?
It was the second time he had asked me that, and I found it irritating. How did I do what?
How did you kill those 7 commies? There wasn't a single bullet fired from your rifle.
What?
Come on, son. They were strewn all around you, each one killed by a sword stroke.
And that, Mom, is the end of my story. It may have been the pain, or the blazing sun, or the chilling cold.
Angel Michael really is, as well as what he means to people today. He's considered to be the biblical God's finest champion, a being so powerful that he's able to banish Lucifer from heaven by himself, without direct